LATD Nation, what's good with y'all? We back in here with another quick video for you. Another trailer reaction. Of course, this is you know what? Y'all know who y'all by now, so let's get to it. Today we looking at the details of
the GTA 6 trailer. They finally released a second trailer. And
after 2 years.
About a year and a half.
Whatever.
Since about December 2023, so it's been a little while. But yeah, no, they finally released a second trailer for a game that's, in my opinion, I think this is the most anticipated game in history.
Yeah.
I really don't think it's even close. I don't think there's any other game that's ever been this hyped to the moon. And yeah, so we finally got a new trailer along with a release date confirmation. And, you know, May 26th. And not May 26th, not this month. Boy, I wish.
If only. But May 26, 2026,
exactly.
Next year.
So they sprung this release date on us. They said, here, nigga, damn, here's a trailer.
Right. I'm just.
You gotta wait another year. But we're giving you something.
I can't stand it though, man. I've been waiting on this game for a while, bro. For a good long while. As much as everybody else was, but like I was really excited for this game. When they said it was gonna come out this year, I was ready.
Who wasn't?
I was clearing clearing my PlayStations.
Who wasn't?
I was clearing up all the games that was already on it, the games I didn't play, boom, boom, bam. Because I already know 2 terabytes is about to be the whole storage capacity for that game when it comes out.
It has to be. I mean, this game right here, we haven't seen any gameplay or anything yet, but I can only imagine how big this game is supposed to be based on the entire state of Florida. Not even just, because the thing is that I think most people know this game, Jason and Lucia, they're the protagonists, kind of a couple sort of set in St. Leonida, which is their version of Florida where Vice City is.
Their version of Miami.
Now, the last time that we saw a GTA game have Vice City was, I think it was Vice City Stories, and that was in the 2000s.
Okay.
So this was close to 20 years ago. And the thing is that before it was just the city, but this, from what we hear, this is supposed to be the whole entire state. The whole state of Florida.
Yeah, all the gators and everything, bro. Hopefully they got their own version of Disney World up in that mug too.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, saves us some money, bro. Like,
hell yeah. Now they got their own version of the Everglades in there. They're going all out from what I heard.
Yeah, I hope so. I really do. Like, this game really does have the potential to be the biggest game of all time.
I think release wise, numbers wise, I think it's gonna easily hit that because the last game 5, legendary game, that came out freshman year of high school when I was 14 years old.
Yeah, I was 13 at the time.
So all these years later, we're finally getting a new GTA. And you got to think how many groups of people have grown up playing just this one GTA.
Right.
Because, I mean, obviously we were kids when it came out. And then eventually more kids over time became of age enough to play this game. So now it's just gotten to a point to where it's just like, the expectations are sky high. And one thing GTA has always been known for is kind of parodying and kind of making fun of pop culture. There's so much that they can do because there's so much that's happened between 2013 and now. I can't wait to see that personally, that aspect of it.
Nah, I 100% agree because this is the first game, like you mentioned this is the first game in the Trump era too. So you already know.
And we're just, not to get too political, but we already know. It's been interesting to say the least.
Yeah, hella interesting.
It's been a crazy time, but hey, we're gonna get back to the game. So, like I mentioned before, Lucia, she's the first I think she's the first female protagonist, the first non-optional female protagonist in GTA history, which has been, of course, divisive. It's 2025. I don't know what folks are still doing complaining about this.
Okay.
Who cares?
Never mind. All right, cool. Because, I didn't have a problem playing as her. But I kind of wanted to play as, what's his name, too? Jason.
I think you can be able to play as both.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But you said non-optional.
So what I'm thinking that they're non-optional in the sense that you switch back and forth between them.
Oh, okay. So like how it was in GTA 5 with Michael and Trevor and
yeah.
Franklin. Okay, I got you.
Because in 5, obviously, you could switch from Frank to Michael to Trevor. And, that was a very interesting thing because that was something they had never done in the series history up to that point. So I
Okay.
think that they're going to continue to do that. I wouldn't be surprised if you're able to play as both
Right. Yeah, I think you will
at free
be.
will. But I think there are going to be certain missions and certain perspectives that only they're going to be able to experience
Right. Right. Exactly.
just
Kind
for
of.
the sake of moving the narrative forward.
Yeah. Kind of like Yasuke and Naue in Assassin's Creed Shadows. So like.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If anything, they're going to do it like that.
Yeah. So I do think that this game. Truth be told, with Rockstar's track record, how do you think that this game is going to be?
I think that this game definitely will be quality, especially for how long they're making us wait. I think it's going to be quality, and I think that what we're going to get, I want to believe it's going to be worth it. I believe personally it probably will be, but this is going to be the first game that's going to be set in. Well, this is the first game that's going to come out in a fully internet immersed world where every 5 seconds we're complaining about something not living up to the hype, or this ain't really all that, this ain't really all this. And I think that with how long it's been in between releases, you can have a certain subsection of people. Now, if the game really ain't good, it's due for fair criticism.
Right, right, yeah. But
But-
you're always gonna have those people that are gonna just hate on it regardless.
That's what I think. And I think I wouldn't be surprised if somebody tries to, sell a narrative, oh, this game wasn't really worth the wait. This game ain't really worth the hype. So I think that the way that this game is going to deliver or not deliver on hype is going to be completely different from the last time. Because the last time, yeah, we had the internet, we had social media, but it wasn't what it is today. It wasn't as widespread.
Not at
The
all.
way we engaged with the internet back in 2013 is way different from how we engage with it now.
Right, and I say that this game has the potential. I think it will be successful because, like I mentioned earlier, the track record that Rockstar has, because it was like an 8-year difference between Red Dead Redemption 1 and Red Dead Redemption 2.
Exactly.
Now it's going to be an 11-year difference between GTA 5 and GTA 6. But back to
13 year, actually.
13.
Yeah, 13. Because this game is coming
Uh-huh.
at 26 and 5 came
Oh
out
yeah,
13.
you're right. Yeah, 13. My fault. And time is getting away from me, y'all.
That's what I'm saying.
But nah, like shoot, we went to the Kendrick concert last week. It's already been a week now, so I'm like, ugh.
Exactly.
goodness. But anyway, so because you see how good Red Dead Redemption 2 was, like you know what I'm saying? After that 8-year gap between Red Dead 1.
Exactly.
So my thing is, because Red Dead Redemption 2, in my opinion, is one of the greatest video games of all time.
I agree with that.
It's in my top 5 easily because for me, I have over 500 hours playing that game. And the thing about GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption and all of them, one thing I always did love about the gameplay was the fact that it has realism to it, but it's not boring. You feel me?
It's because the thing about Red Dead and GTA, especially GTA, they've always had the benefit of being able to kind of take real world stuff and kind of parody it and kind of like make it
over
into a
to
joke, kind of make it kind of like jokey.
Right.
And that's what I've always loved the most about this franchise is their wit. Their ability to write great characters, their ability to put us in certain situations, and just kind of have a spin on things we see in modern life. And I think that especially now, as opposed to being 14, playing that game back then, I understood the pop culture references. I understood things that they were doing at the time. But I think now, I hate to say it, I'll be 27 by the time this game comes out. It'll just be a different perspective entirely playing this game, just for the fact that, as an adult, completely different perspective. I really want to see what they've done in terms of how they're parodying modern pop culture. Because between 2013 and 2016, or 2026, that's a long time.
Yeah.
That's a really, really long time.
Yeah.
They've missed so much that's happened just in America alone. So it's going to be really interesting to see what they do with that.
No, I 100% agree, bro. 'Cause especially when you mentioned the internet age, just for seeing it from the first trailer, like you saw everybody taking pictures of everything. There was a whole reference to that dude who wanted to be like the Joker in there. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Like I wonder how it's gonna. And then
There's a lot of references to Florida Man and stuff like
the
that.
Florida Man and all the Gators that's down there in Florida too. One thing I do like about this trailer too is the graphics. I think the graphics, they have potential to make the graphics even look just like how the trailer does.
Oh, for
like
sure.
like when there's a scene where Jason is driving down the highway and you see all like the highway sign, the exit signs and stuff like that. That looks just like real life. So
Facts.
I think it's gonna be I think that's how it's gonna be in the game, if I'm being honest.
I agree because Rockstar has never had a track record for downgrading or lessening the graphics. Usually what you see in the trailers is what you actually get in the game.
Right. Because going back to Red Dead Redemption 2, if those graphics were that good on the PS4, and they still even look good on the PS5 now, even though technically it's like a downgraded version because PS4 gains compatibility with PS5s, you know what I'm saying? What are they going to do with even more upgraded graphics, and now that technology has made such big leaps and bounds since 2013?
And that's one of the things about this that I'm really excited for is just GTA has been gone for so long that there's been a significant jump in technology between entries. Like, think about it. The last GTA game was designated native to a PS3. It skipped all of the 4. It skipped the PS4 generation, and we're at least halfway through the 5. So, like, it's really insane to think how long it's been. And I think that that's one of the things that they have work going for them and against them, in the sense that, you know, they have the benefit of having been able to work on this game for so long and put so much time into it and do so many different things that we probably won't expect. The thing is with this game is, like, we expect it to be better graphics, better gameplay. We expect a good story. But it's like, I think the thing about this game is going to be in the details. Right. How detailed are they going to get?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, look at the details.
Exactly.
Yo.
Shameless plug. But yeah, no, I think it's going to be in the details. Because 5 was, like, detailed in the sense that, you know, with the city, as far as people, the way people interacted with you, you know, your phone, things like that. Mm-hmm. That was just the surface. I can't imagine how detailed 6 is going to be in terms of, like, interacting with people in the world, things you're going to hear, unique dialogue, unique options, and side missions. Like, I think this game is going to have so much in it that we don't expect, in both a good and maybe potentially a bad way. I don't know.
Right, but I got faith in Rockstar.
I agree. I do too.
I do. Because I don't see them messing this up.
That's what I'm saying.
They have, their track record has been flawless so far.
Literally flawless.
But with that being said, when you mentioned that that GTA 5 was in the PS4, so like, well, skipped over to PS4 in the PS5 era and stuff like that. Keep in mind that GTA 1 to GTA, I think GTA 1, but GTA 1 to GTA San Andreas or the GTA 4 was still on the PS2.
It was from the first game that came out on PS2 was 3. Because the first two were PS1.
Okay.
So from PS1, from 3 to 4, from 3 to 5. Actually, no, I lied. From 3 to San Andreas, I think, were the main PS2 games that came out.
And see, but that's where they could also mess up too. Well, because you already know what, like you just said, San Andreas to 4 was on PS2. They didn't have to really change that much.
They really didn't,
because it was on the same console,
and they came out in such rapid succession.
Exactly. So that's where they can really be made or broken. Because of that, like you mentioned, the GTA 5 was exclusively on the PS3, and the PS3 lasted until like the next. I think that maybe that next year, because I remember 2014 was really when the PS4 became popular and really came out.
That's when it really kind of became the dominant console. I mean, they still were releasing games on it. I think they released most mainstream, most big blockbuster games for the PS4 on the PS3 up until about 2015, 2016 or so.
Right. So
it was a while.
So yeah, the PS3 was still in competition because of GTA 5s, and they were still making constant updates to it. So
that's true.
So we'll see how this goes. Like I said, I do got faith in Rockstar though.
I agree.
Like if this shit wasn't going to be good, Knock on wall. If this shit wasn't going to be good, then why are they taking so long to make it?
They're perfecting it.
They're perfect. You know what I'm saying?
I think they're truly, and I think with how long it's taken, it's a testament to just how much is going to be in this game. Because I think, especially like I mentioned before, the game is set not in just Vice City. It's set in all of the fictionalized state of Florida, St. Leonidas. It's the entire state from what I hear.
I ain't gonna lie. Would you want to see a Charleston, South Carolina version?
Why would I want to see that?
Why not?
I just don't sound exciting. A GTA set in Charleston?
Why not?
Because it's not a big city. It's not really like, it just doesn't have the essence of what a GTA game
Yeah,
means.
yeah, I know. I was just joking. Like, it's
I was about to say, I'm like, ain't no
we could set one in Atlanta.
Hey, that's a good idea.
That would be in Atlanta.
That would
be
actually be a
one.
really good idea.
Charleston, but South Carolina would be a good one though, more or less.
True, but I think also a lot to do
Murder,
with
you
it
gotta-
is the culture of the city itself.
Yeah,
It's not saying we
yeah,
don't have culture, but it's
but
just not the
yeah,
same.
yeah.
We ain't as out there as an LA or an Atlanta or a New York even.
What's
We're
the-
not a major metropolitan area like that.
more or less. But yeah, no, we not. Ain't no more or less. It's more. It's,
We
it-
ain't. We ain't.
It's more than less. You know, it was less than more. If I was, is what I mean. Was there one set in New York though?
Yeah,
4?
4 and 3 actually. Liberty City both.
Liberty City. Okay, thank you.
So yeah,
Los Santos is California. Liberty City is New York, and
exactly,
Vice City is Miami.
exactly.
Okay.
Yes, sir. But that's what I'm saying. I think that they definitely can live up to the hype because, I mean, 13 years in between releases, and this is a franchise that is known to always push the envelope and kind of move the needle in terms of not just open world gaming, just gaming in general. I think that's part of the reason they're taking so long because they know they kind of have to outdo, because each release kind of tends to outdo and lap the other in one way or another, especially as time went on, because the jump from 4 to 5 was significant too.
Mm-hmm.
Even though that was the same console, just in terms of the graphics, just in terms of everything that they did, 4 in 08 and 5 in 2013 was like a big difference. So I expect the same thing with this. And I think also their advantage is that this is one of the last instances I think we're ever really going to see of major jumps in between consoles or in between like installments and franchises. Because I think nowadays technology has gotten to a point to where it's so good that you can only improve the last installment so much. Because like you look at Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2, a lot of that was more so, in my opinion, quality of life changes as opposed to an actual overhaul in the overall game mechanics, the graphics. Because the foundation was so solid that it's like you could only do so much.
Right, because all Spider-Man 2 did kind of feel like was just an upgraded expansion version of both Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Exactly. And I think that that's kind of where we're at in gaming. I don't really think that there's many instances left in which we're going to see major leaps in between releases. Because the difference between Uncharted 3 and Uncharted 4, for example, was massive just because whole new console, just whole new concept. There was just a lot of room for improvement. And I think with GTA 5, as great as that game was, it is dated just because of how old it is. So they have the benefit of being able to come in and lap it just off of just how much technology has improved over time. But the real testament, what exactly is under the hood in terms of the graphics, in terms of the details, in terms of the world. How are these characters going to work? How is the story going to work? How is just everything around it going to work?
Right. I 100% agree. I can't wait till the game comes out.
Me neither.
On the 26th.
Of next year.
You didn't have to say all that.
Don't misconstrue that.
I understand. May 26th of 26.
Yeah.
I understand. But with that being said, man, I've been Jay.
This has been Rodney.
We are LATD. What did y'all think of the trailer? Let us know in the comments below. And with that being said, everybody remember to always look at them damn details. Peace.